Good day, fellow ideas from 540, 541, and the combined classes. Welcome to a brief tour of my Capstone project dealing with Washington State history. For those that are transferring to the state, rather than going back and taking a 7th grade class, they'll be able to take my online course in a shortened period of time and receive the credit they need in order to graduate from a Washington State high school. As you'll see, I'm currently hosting it on my own website. I'm using WordPress combined with Google Classroom and a virtual museum as well. We will be utilizing different social media such as Twitter and Facebook, possibly even LinkedIn, to further connect our learners to the subject matter. You'll notice that we have a calendar for this section 147. There'll be additional calendars through this portal that will identify different sections. Each of my sections will have an instructor as well as anywhere from 5 to about 12 students within it. They'll need to come through our portal as well as their high school or homeschool portal in order to get registered for the class and to receive credit for it. Once they've done that, they will be able to access our Google Classroom, which will be fully accessible to those with disabilities that may cause them not to be able to take a regular class. Text to speech, speech to text, we're going to be fully enabled for text readers, as well as we'll be using CC on all our videos and virtual tours in order to give those that are hard of hearing or have challenges with hearing. We'll even have a feature that allows students to watch in sign language the lesson being taught. So there's many different accessibility tools that I'll be deploying within my program so that we maximize the usefulness to just about every learner out there. These accessibility options are not only going to be available for the lesson, but also in the evaluations. So my students will be able to be evaluated on a written thesis. They can do mock-ups or different kinds of imagery to be able to display their connection with the material. They'll be able to do an audio recording if they're better at telling stories, and then they can use the multiple choice options traditionally found in evaluations. So I'm giving multiple different ways for the students to be evaluated and streamlining those for the instructor to be able to grade them. So that's our Google Classroom. This is a sample of that classroom itself. It'll have lessons, it'll have assignments, it'll have all the good things that Google Classroom can integrate into my WordPress site. One of the things that we're doing is, well, in the evaluations is that they'll be able to play a game in order to be evaluated on their learning and their retention of the material. Games will be throughout the entire module and each lesson to allow students to sort of show off their stuff or maybe even just review some of the information that they've recently gone through. One of the fun things that we're really looking forward to deploying is our virtual tour of historic sites and museums throughout Washington State. This is a sample, I think, of I'm not sure where this one is, but you'll be able to go into our virtual museum and look at items, read the information, or have it read to you, as well as possibly maybe even a little bit of sign language put in there as well. and then go on to the next part of the museum or the display and take a look at the different features that are available through our virtual tours of these sites. So we're pretty excited about that. That takes a student, in a sense, out of their room or their classroom and takes them out into the real world where they're seeing some of the events and historic sites that are going to be developed. We'll be using quite a bit of design work done for ease of reading, including following the guidelines of the UDL within the making sure that each of our lessons are fully accessible to all of our students, whether they be on the fringes or sort of more towards the middle. Along with that, we will be utilizing, or I am utilizing, Captivate quite a bit, and this is just one lesson on Washington State history. It includes testing and games, videos, different things in order to entice or engage the learners into continuing through the lessons. All our videos going to include closed caption. You'll see that our multiple choices are easy to follow as well as be graded, and these will be sort of sub-evaluations of the overall module. I think that's about it on my brief tour here. I hope to have a little bit more smooth of a tour ready for you when we come to the actual capstone presentations. Thanks for hanging around, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.